Let's see how this goes. I can't read any of this right now. Okay. Make sure we understand everything. Jump scares, starvation, realistic depictions of graphic violence, auditory gore. What did I say that? It was like gore. But y'all can read the rest. Well, thank you for letting me know that. It's unrealistic. Yes, it is. Please don't do that. Ugh. With a severe headache, you wake up in an unfamiliar place. As you touch the bruise on the back of your head, slow coming up on the screen, it seems you were hit by something heavy before you lost consciousness. A heavy iron chain tied around your feet. Someone has trapped you here. You try to remember what happened before you lost consciousness, but you can't recall anything. Let's investigate the surroundings first. Investigate. Oh, there is a cell phone. Cell phone. No signal. It might be in a remote place or underground. Okay. The room is surrounded by 4 walls without any windows. It's weirdly cleaned up, and no ashes or sand can be seen. Looks like a prison built by a germaphobe. There's a mattress on the floor. The mattress feels really hard to lie on. Where to investigate? The meal. Near the door, there's a serving of spaghetti with tomato sauce and a bottle of water. Also a round plastic fork that's completely harmless was thoughtfully attached. It's still warm. I feel like it was sitting here not long ago. You peek through the keyhole, but you see nothing outside. I wonder where I am. Well, yeah, we already looked everywhere. What's the next move? No. I wouldn't yell. I would say listen right for now. You can't hear any sound other than your own breathing. The soundproofing in this room seems particularly good. Are you sure? Yelling won't really do anything. Nobody answers. Yeah, I don't think kicking over the mill would do anything. You lay on the bed. You try to sleep under this condition. Maybe it's the fatigue caused by nervousness, but you still fall asleep. Who entered? You open your eyes after hearing some noises. A tall man wearing a mask is squatting on the ground and looking at you with his head tilted. It's like part of me wants to go back because I'm like, the lettering on this comes in so slow, and I'm just like kind of having to draw it out. He remains silent, as if he's sizing up his prey. He points to the plate on the floor, like indicating that you should finish your meal quickly. Thinking that the strange man might have poisoned the meal, you shake your head in fear. Seeing you have no intention of eating, he looks quite distressed.
You can't die. Not now.
Okay. I still don't trust the food, though. He slowly speaks with a deep and steady voice.
The freezer is full.
And what does that mean?
The freezer is full, and there's no space for more.
You gonna kill me? Is that what you're saying? I better eat.
7 days.
He pauses and thinks.
There won't be space until 7 days later.
Okay, I got 7 days to get out of here. Okay.
If you die now, you'll rot.
What do you mean? So only have 7 days left to live? He nods and walks out of the door. Wait, you just can't leave me here like this, please. Your cries can't stop the door from closing. Let's investigate the surroundings first. A bread and bottle of water. I don't trust it. You peek outside from the keyhole. You see the shadow of the man walking around. Seems to be busy with something. What's he doing? It's like, do I chance to eating it? Well, that's it. I can't really do anything because it didn't give me prompts for that. So I guess we sleep to the end of the day on that one. Please try to improve your survival weight within 7 days. I'm trying. I ain't got no food today. Let's investigate and look around. Empty. You check the keyhole. What is this? You seem to see something. You see that there's a vague figure at the end of the door. You sense something wrong and realize what that is after narrowing your eyes. This is an artwork made of the human body, not a human being. Oh shit. It's already too late. I can't be over here screaming. Don't do that. You hear the door open. You slowly push the door, and there's no trace of the strange man. First, you go into a room with a large freezer, sink, and operating table. Then you open another heavy door. You find yourself in a room full of glass display jars. Ooh, got the teeth and everything. The jars are all filled with specimens made from human body parts. What is this? And what is these? It's like you're in the art museum. It is. Oh, there's so much stuff here. Could it be that he wanted to freeze me as material for specimen artwork? You're thinking. You seen the scene. Where to run away? That's the thing, we're trying to survive. Act like we kind of like just admire. Just don't want to tick him off. Look around and admire his work with relish. You look at them for 15 minutes straight.
Interesting.
You hear a voice coming from the corner. It turns out the man has been watching you from a blind spot behind the glass cabinet. Do you? I like them. They're so beautiful. Nah, I'm just trying to pretend I like this. I'm like, seriously, what is this? Like, there's something growing out of him. The man goes silent with his head tilted for a couple of seconds. After hearing your comment, he seems to be thinking about something.
Don't you consider it cruel or bloodthirsty to them?
No. I feel nothing at all. Girl, what's with you?
You're such a weirdo.
Both of y'all weirdos. You think, aren't you talking about yourself? After you have a tour in his display room, he locks you back in the small room you were in. You go to sleep to the end of the day. Your survival rate increases. So we have chances of surviving. That's good. But I need to eat something though. Until noon, you don't see breakfast or lunch being delivered. You're already starving. You're waiting for him to bring dinner, but what you get is not dinner. Instead, you hear the door was opened. A light shines through the crack of the half-open door, looking like an intriguing invitation. You open the door and walk into that light. You first arrive at the room with an operating table outside of the door. But this time, the operating table is not empty. There's a defrosted human corpse on it. The man pops out somewhere. He unties the iron chains from your feet and hands the surgical knife in his hand to you. What do you want me to do?
First, where do you think the first cut should be?
Why are you asking me? His voice tone sounds cold, like the kind of teacher who gives students hard questions on purpose. Attack him and then what? I'm like, where am I? I'm like, in this house, I don't know, like in middle woods. And he probably suspect I'd already attack him in the first place. What's stab him gonna do? Just be out like, where? I can't do it. Is my survival gonna go down if I do that though? I can't. You can't hurt innocent people, even if it's a corpse. But if you don't, and cut it, the man will know you're just pretending to admire his artworks to survive. After struggling with your thoughts, you drop the knife in your hand in fear.
You are indeed pretending.
Dang it. How should I just stab him? There's no such chance ever again after that. You can only eat the meal he sends every day and wait for the seventh day to come. Too soft-hearted? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, we're gonna go for the stab this time.
The first cut should be.
We're gonna stab it this time. Maybe beautiful artworks always come with some sacrifices. Oof. Without hesitation, you stab the abdomen of the corpse with the knife. But due to lack of professionalism, the lines you cut are crooked and ugly. And this is when he gets close behind your back and holds your hand. Please no. Like, listen, let me go. I'm trying to survive here. You're both holding a surgical knife, like you two are cutting a cake together. With his hand, the lines you cut become smooth and clean. You can smell ocean perfume on him due to how close you are. It seems to be sprayed to cover up the smell of formalin. It was like, what is this? Wait, what am I doing right now? I have no idea. You can feel his warmth with your back, but his fingers are a little cold. He's focusing on cutting the corpse, and your hand keeps moving under his lead. He could have killed you or ignored you, but he didn't. You start to speculate on the purpose of his behaviors. Yes, what are we doing? Could it be that he wants someone who could ignore the cruelty in process and understand him? You think. After the happy creative time ends, you're locked in a room you were in. You go to sleep to end the day. Okay, so we survived to day 4. Until noon, you don't see breakfast or lunch being delivered. I'm still hungry though. What's that? You know something is shining at the corner. A key. It seems like the man accidentally dropped it last night. You open the door with the key. You go past the operating table where you two spent creative time together last night. The display room. Then you discovered that there are unnatural uneven marks from one wall to the corner. You find a trap door. Okay. So much I already did a whole lot of talking earlier today. You find a trap door. After pushing the trap door, you see a normal basement storage room. At the corner of the storage room, you see a stair that goes up. It turns out this really is an underground secret room. Hidden layer by layer with trap door. No wonder the sound insulation is so good. You walk up the stairs and see a heavy wooden board. You push it hard. What captures your eye is the interior of a cozy cabin. And we're in the middle of the forest. We never get out of here. Then you realize the heavy wooden board you just pushed is the back of a bookcase. You look around and find that there are insect specimens everywhere in the cabin, and there's also a reindeer head specimen hanging on the wall. Then you walk into the living room. You see a young man with a handsome face and pale skin lying on the sofa. We already know that's him. Handsome, yes. But nah, he deadly. The ocean-scented perfume and the faint smell of formalin emanates from his body. It's him. He's the masked man who kidnapped you. But he's not wearing a mask at this time. Yeah, I don't think he realized you're gonna be up here. His sleeping face has a ferocious expression. His neck is sweating, and he seems to be trembling. It looks like he's sick. Well, at this point, I mean, like, if we can figure out where we are, while he's still knocked out and sick, we take off. But I feel like that's not going to be the case. At this time, you decide to... Oh. I could escape. Nah, I got so many different rounds played now, because I'm like, do I take the chance to escape now, or do we want to see where this goes if we stay with him? We'll see where this goes. You can't bear to leave him alone, so you reach out and touch his forehead. Oh, so hot. You try to find something that can cool him down. Let's investigate. The living room is spotlessly clean. Okay. So much stuff to investigate. His expression is ferocious. He seems to be in pain. He's still having a fever. Okay. You don't think it's good for a patient to sleep on the sofa, but you can't move him with your strength. Where to investigate next? It feels like you did them all. Probably so. The workmanship of these specimens is quite is exquisite. The workmanship of these specimens is exquisite. There's a photo frame on the shelf. It's a photo of him standing at the entrance of judicial mental health. Blah. I keep saying health. There's no word for health right there. It's a photo of him standing at the entrance of the judicial mental hospital with a man in a doctor's robe. Okay. Well, we're just gonna be looking at everything, aren't we? There's a jar of cocoa powder and a cup on it. He's sick and you gonna make a cup of cocoa for him, okay? You gotta look at the lock box though. There's a box with a combination lock on the shelf. I don't know what it is. I was about to say, how do I get out of that? You find some of his files in the bookcase. Name: Helen Otis. Gender: male. Birthday: October 1st, 1980. Hey, we go back to him so we can give him the hot cocoa. Still having fever. Okay. Then we go back to the kitchen. It's Spotless again. Go to the fridge. There's some ice cubes in it. These can cool down his body temperature. You find some clean towels in the kitchen cabinet. I can soak a towel in ice water and place it on the patient's forehead to cool him down. So we're just like a nurse or like some doctor or something. We work at a hospital. You keep saying patient. Okay. Let's go back to the living room real quick. 1980. October 1st, 1980. But would he get mad if we over here start messing with the logbook? We're trying to survive right now, so I'm just gonna be, yeah. Don't mess with the bookcase right now. We'll come back to it though. You return to the living room, wring out the excess water from a towel soaked in ice water, and place it on his forehead. His ferocious expression gradually softened. You once again notice his fair skin and long eyelashes, and his slightly curly black hair. If you don't say he's a murderer, his sleeping face looks very harmless now. After a while, he's like, "What are you doing up here?" He wakes up to the scent of your brewing cocoa and sits up on the couch. He looks a little shocked. And I be too. I'm like the person over here tried to kidnap, and they were like, "You taking care of me? What is this?" It's like all them horror, just like those dark stories in the books that you read, and just like lying over here, and the reader just taking care of the villain who just kidnapped you, and you're just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stay with you. You're handsome. You're good. You're pretty." But nah, we was like, where are we going with this? How's this going to end? Because right now I could have escaped. I'd be shocked too. I'm like, "You didn't take off?" He looks around quickly and seems to understand what's going on.
Why are you doing this?
That's a very good question. I want to ask myself that too.
You saw me faint and didn't choose to run away.
Yeah, we're all crazy
You're
right now.
such a weirdo.
Is there anyone weirder than you in this house? Both of y'all weird. I'm like, you weird for staying. I'm like, you could have took off. You can't help but bitch about him. You seem to see the corners of his mouth rising slightly for a few seconds, and the atmosphere between you relaxes. He doesn't drink the cocoa you brewed for him. It seems like he's still a little wary of you. It's just a good idea to be like, maybe she just try and trick me and then knock me out and poison me. You could do that too. Get the upper hand. You think I'm being nice and compliant, but then I poison him. Could do that. Can you tell me who you are?
Bloody Painter. That's the name they gave me for my modus operandi.
Okay. You gonna tell me your name, actually?
If you find it difficult to pronounce, you can call me BP.
It's just Bloody Painter. What's so difficult about that? Even though what he told you was just a nickname, at least you know how to call him now. After the brief conversation on the sofa, he does not lock you back in the underground secret room. Oh, so now we get to actually be walking around, so I'm gaining more freedom. The biggest test will be if he lets me outside. Perhaps saying to take care of him when he fell ill was enough to prove that you won't run away. You get up from the sofa and continue to look at the specimen decorations in the living room. He sits on the sofa, crosses his leg, picks up a book, and starts reading.
By the way, you better not try to escape.
Nah. We gonna stay.
There are traps all around the cabin, and only I know how to get in and out safely.
Okay, see, it might have been good that we decided to stay. Because if you're saying there's traps, unless I know, figure out how to like disable them from playing this round, go back later, disable the traps, and then I can be home free. The only thing is if he knows where I live. Because we did, because how did I get kidnapped in the first place? You sit on the sofa. These poor plants over here. I was like, there's like this one plant in the office that's like one of our side offices at work, and it's just like we rotate out the clerks every now and then. So I'm like, it's been a while since I was there, and I was like, I came back in the poor plant, which is like, it's pretty much dead. I'm like, I tried to water it, like give it like some fertilizer and everything, but I'm like, I honestly don't think that plant is going to survive. Soon a wave of sleepiness comes over you. Have I eaten any food at all? Today you fall asleep on the sofa in the living room, not in a cold underground secret room. Your survival rate increases. You see him busy cleaning in and out of the house early in the morning. Oh, now we're just going to be helping cleaning? You're at this point, you might as well just stay. After finished speaking, you pick up a rag and bucket and join the cleaning. But you can't really see where this almost spotless house needs to be cleaned. You're just taking a clean wet rag and wiping it on a clean cabinet. Do you usually love cleaning this much?
It would soon be covered with a layer of dust.
You just kind of like half said that right there. It's just like the words still coming in and just like dust. Man, you would hate my house. Man, like I see dust over here on part of this desk. I'm like, it's covered in cat hair though, but Chase is always over here laying on this whole desk. I'm like, cat hair over here, cat over here. I'm like, trying to leave this house without getting a single piece of cat hair on you probably be like impossible. Although he doesn't talk much, his tone and voice give you a gentle feeling and don't make you feel nervous. You climb up the short ladder and wipe the high cabinets with a rag. Suddenly, oh, not a bug. Oh, a cockroach crawls out from the crack in the cabinet. You're so frightened that you lose your balance and fall backwards. You close your eyes. But what you get is not the pain of falling to the ground, but a warm feeling. You open your eyes and find out he's holding you like you're a princess. He catches you. He catches you with the same old, cold expression of his face, on his face. Ugh. He catches you with the same old, cold expression on his face.
Are you all right?
Perhaps to resolve the awkwardness, he asks. I'm alright. It was just a cockroach. He gonna freak out more than me. He takes 2 steps back from the cabinet you just wiped and then says calmly,
Don't come near here yet.
Don't co- What? Why?
It's dangerous.
Dangerous? You can't help but chuckle at the thought of a murderer being afraid of cockroaches. Fine, whatever. Whatever you say. The interaction just now makes you feel a little warmth from this cold murderer. At least you see more of his reactions and expressions. This is the rare relaxation you have felt in these tense days. He could have let you fall off the ladder, but he rushed over to catch you. Somehow, you feel that after these few days of getting along, maybe now you both have different ideas about each other than you originally had. Nah, my plan would still be to get out. I'm like, you just gotta gain trust. But we'll see how this goes if I just continue to stay with him. It was only a clear relationship between a murderer who wanted to hunt and prey, who's trying to escape, but now has an extra layer of friendship, causing the interaction between you two have an indescribable sense of dissonance. Just when you pick up the old newspaper and prepare to wipe the windows, you find a police car parked on the road in the distance. 2 police officers get out the car and keep looking towards the cabin. At some point, BP is already behind you, looking out the window with you.
Wait for a second.
And then he walks out the door to talk to the police officers.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Are you Mr. Otis?
Yes, I am.
Have you ever seen these people around here? The police officer takes out some photos from his pocket.
Have these people committed a crime and are running away?
No, these people are the missing people around this area.
I haven't seen them before, but wolves and bears often appear around here.
Can we check out your cabin?
Yes, come in.
BP behaves very kindly and politely. After speaking, he leads the way for the police officers. I mean, there's 2 of them, so I'm like, I could easily just be like, help me, I'm trapped here.
Please, follow my footsteps. I placed some traps near the cabin to protect against wild wolves and bears. You don't want to step on them.
Again with the traps. I forgot. The police officers enter the house and see you. Hello, this is...
An old friend who came to visit me recently.
Okay. You greet the police officers with a smile and a nod. At the same time, a police officer quickly looks through the missing person's photos in his hand. Then he puts the photo back into his pocket. It seems that your disappearance has not been discovered by anyone yet. You stand next to the bookcase, blocking the entrance to the secret room. If only they recognize me. After searching around, the police find nothing unusual and leave. Don't leave me. His trust in you increases. Today, you still sleep on the couch in the living room instead of the cold basement. Half asleep, you hear the sound of someone approaching. When you notice it, the person seems to be very, very close to you. You pretend to be asleep, and the person just looks at your sleeping face quietly. The man stretches out his hand and takes it back just as he is about to touch your hair.
Just
What was that? It's like tisk. He turns around and leaves. Man, you got some noisy floors though. Oh, we're almost towards the end. You see him busy in the kitchen for a while. Then breakfast is served in front of you. Piece of toast with some eggs on it. With just the right crispness on the large round plate, a poached egg on top of the toast, and some lettuce salad. The plating looks delicious. The drink is a cup of freshly brewed hot cocoa. Thought you were gonna say coffee, but nope, cocoa. The cutlery he gives you is still a round plastic fork with no offensive features. He's like, I don't trust you fully yet. You sit at the dining table and start eating while he sits on the chair opposite you and flips through a book. It's still snowing outside, and listening to the squeaking sound of the fireplace, the atmosphere in the cabin is particularly comfortable. So snow, deep in the mountains, probably wolves and bears. We got traps everywhere. It's not ideal. As long as you ignore the fact that you are in the same room with the murderer who kidnapped you, everything is really relaxing. As long as you ignore that part. You look at him, who's full of mysteries, and some questions rise in your mind. And you decide to I was like, do any of these matter? Ask carefully. Can I ask you a question?
what is it?
What do I want? Pick up the book next to you and read it. What work are you going to use me for? What do I even say with it? Like, how do I even go about asking questions?
Usually, I would read some anatomy and taxidermy books, but today is different.
It is. What are you reading today?
The Truman Show.
What's the book like?
The whole world that the protagonist lives in, including himself, is all just someone's creation.
Basically, well, that's what this is.
Everything that happens is watched by the audience, and there is no privacy at all.
That's true, that's true. I have not seen the Truman Show at all, but I've heard about it, but that's what's going on right here. I'm like, because this is going to go up on YouTube, so I'm like, the audience going to see this.
But he is completely unaware that he is in such a large theater. Very ridiculous, right?
Yeah, ridiculous.
I can't imagine this to happen in reality, or to me.
So he's like, well, it's like, just don't tell him.
If our world was like the Truman Show, how would the audience view the current situation?
Am I viewing this? I'm like, and with this playthrough, I'm just gonna go with it. We're gonna stay with you. In a normal situation, we're gonna try to do everything to get out. But like, we learned about the traps though, so escaping would have been horrible. Probably would have caught by like some of those like bear traps though. Do we investigate the box? You could go back and open the box on the shelf. Not sure what that would do, but we could try. Must be excited.
Why?
They may be attracted by your charm and want to be killed by you. Nope, I don't want to be killed by you.
Incomprehensible.
Mm-hmm.
But what a bunch of weirdos with good taste.
Good taste? What's good about this? It's hard to tell from his poker face whether he's seriously boasting or joking. What work are you going to use me for? He looks up at you for a moment.
I was going to make you into some kind of doll at first. Your eyes are beautiful, but if they are left alone, they will become rotten and sunken. So I would like to dig your eyes out and put them in a glass jar and soak them in formalin to preserve them.
Okay.
Glass beads will be placed in the empty eye sockets to replace the eyes.
And I'm over here just calmly listening to it. I was like, okay then.
You look very pleasing to the eye, so I would also like to keep the head intact.
You did say at first, so you gonna change it up? No, if I say it's terrible, he gonna be like backtracking. I'm gonna lose survival points at this point. So I'm like, you called me pretty, so I guess I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Why did he say it first? Has his mind changed? You're curious, but you don't have the guts to ask any further. I saw many potted plants on the shelves in the living room, but why were they all withered?
I have tried my best. I don't know why they always die.
So you don't have green thumb. You pick up the book next to you and start flipping through. It's a book about the possibility of having a completely opposite version of yourself in a parallel world. What would be the opposite of me? No idea. If there's a complete opposite version of you, what do you think it would be like?
Oh, that book. Let me think. Probably a guy wearing a burgundy coat and always having a smile on his face.
Why is burgundy?
Because I like blue. If he is the opposite of me, he should like red, right?
I guess. If you go about that logic. It's noontime. To thank you for making breakfast for me today, let me make lunch and return. He looks like he don't trust you still. He frowns at you with an expression like, are you out of your mind? Don't worry. You said there are traps outside the house. Only you know how to get in and out. Normally. Even if I resist you with a knife, I can't escape.
Okay, but I'll keep an eye on you. Don't try anything stupid.
I ain't. We gonna live. As for what to cook and the ingredients, well, a bad idea flashes through your head, and curiosity makes you ask, No. Do you eat human flesh? Better not.
No. Why would
Okay.
I do that?
Now it seems like I'm the crazy one. I just had to ask.
I just use human bodies as materials for making art, and I never think about eating them.
Okay, good. I thought you murderers all had some degree of cannibalism.
Let's put it this way. Do you eat paint and painting tools?
No.
Just because I kill people to use as materials to make works doesn't mean I will eat them. Also, I'm different from those who have fun committing a crime and kill purely for the sake of killing.
Then what do you do?
Don't confuse me with that kind of unprincipled guy.
So you have principles, okay?
I wouldn't do anything unless necessary. You are here only because you witnessed the crime scene.
What? What did I witness? But I wish you would have gone back to that like in the beginning. Apparently I witnessed something. I didn't even know it. I see. After hearing this, you decide to... Girl, you was gonna end up dead if you tried doing that. Just cook a common dish. You look at the ingredients in the refrigerator. There are eggs, tomatoes, white rice, and some curry powder on the shelf. Okay, I decided. You turn on the oven and start to cook. BP watches the entire production process. Rather than worrying about you escaping, he's worried about you blowing up at the kitchen. Am I that bad of a cook? I think I'm a good cook. Soon after, a normal curry omelet rice was served. So curry omelet rice. Looks good though. What? He stares at the omelet rice without saying a word. Don't worry, there's no poison. Weren't you watching the whole process? He starts to move after you finish speaking. He takes a spoonful of omelet rice and puts it in his mouth. What? What do you think?
It's surprisingly quite delicious.
What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just that no one has cooked for me for a long time.
I can make you more if you like. You had a very pleasant afternoon.
Hey!
What? You're woken up from your sleep by the man. Why are you so close? His face is close to you and his blue eyes are staring at you. What's wrong? You sit up on the couch and rub your eyes.
Got to go.
Gotta go?
I've noticed something unusual about the number of police cars patrolling nearby recently.
Okay.
They must have some relevant evidence and are doubting it. It is very likely there is an ambush outside.
So I'm gonna get saved?
It's snowing heavily outside now, and I think it's time to leave now.
Oh, I gotta leave what you're doing now.
Come with me or not, it's your choice.
Oh, you making me this. Oh, I got saved too. You know it's gonna be a major decision if you make me save. I said I'm gonna stay with you. So like this is probably my one chance of being able to live, and I was like, I'll go with you. What do you want me to do? I'm fine with both choices, but I need you to look me in the eyes and tell me, what do you prefer me to do? You stare at his eyes. I'm like, if I give it that way, be like, I'm fine with both choices. I can stay or I can go with you. Which one do you want more?
I prefer.
He hesitates to speak and looks away, looking like he's thinking about something.
If I take you with me, you might become a burden in the process.
I could hold hands.
But if I don't take you, it will be even worse if you reveal my information to the police.
What information? I know you work at some hospital. That's about it. I ain't got much information on you. I don't even know your real name.
So you might as well come with me.
Okay.
Follow my footsteps.
You follow the shoe prints he leaves on the snow and finally succeeded in avoiding the many traps around the cabin. And just as you're walking through the forest, you hear movement behind you. Freeze! In the snowstorm, several policemen who were lying in an ambush chase after you. You ignore them and keep running forward. Bang! A gunshot shoots across the sky, and you feel a pain in your left calf. You were shot. He turns to look at you as if he's considering where to leave you. He approaches you, and he holds you in his arms. Then you feel pain in your back. The hand he's holding around you from behind has a sharp blade. He pierced. No, I'm dead. Everything becomes dark. Until just now, you realize that you chose to follow because... Why did I want to follow him? I have no idea why. I just want to see where this will go. But we're not the same. I want to follow him. What was this? Was this all a dream? You wake up from a nightmare and you're lying on a comfortable bed. You look around and find yourself in a cozy looking room with specimens hanging on the walls.
Are you all right?
I thought I was dead. The man asks as he opens the door. I'm all right. 2 years after that night, 2 years ago, even after you were shot in the leg, the two of you continued to run forward in the snow. Fortunately, the wind and snow were strong enough to cover up your whereabouts, so you were not caught up. After that, you came to another remote mountainous area and rented another cabin to settle here.
If you're fine, get up quickly. I will need your help in today's creation.
Oh, now I'm helping? Oh, now you the teacher. Oh, no. Yes, teacher.
Bring me the bone saw.
Okay.
Iron in the blood will trigger a luminal reaction. Any area with bloodstains outside should be wiped with hydrogen peroxide at least 3 times. Wiping bloodstained areas with hydrogen peroxide reduces the luminescence. But when it's dark, it still glows obviously to the naked eye. So, try not to leave bloodstains anywhere other than the basement.
Okay. Got it.
Good girl. You're learning fast.
He teaches you carefully every step and every detail. You assist him in cleaning up crime scenes. Well, now I'm just an accomplice now. And assist him in completing his creations. During the day, you pretend to be good citizens under false identities. And at night, in a place where people can't see you, you create creations that are outraged by both humans and gods. The paranoia of art, the clean and neat killing methods, the cautious and intelligent thoughts, the neat and invisible crime scenes. You are obsessed with everything about him, and he is the person you long to follow. You long to become the second him under his leadership. He's a good mentor. Rather than pampering his He's a good mentor. Rather than pampering his disciple, he prefers to use guidance to let you learn freely. You have become a pawn that he's proud of. For him, you would do anything. Until an accident occurred while committing a crime. His legs were permanently injured, and he could only walk with crutches since then. He's already in his 40s at this time, but you feel that the traces of time make his elegance even more charming. Just when you think that the Bloody Painter's evil deeds have come to an end.
Take it. I have nothing left to teach you.
Teacher, what do you mean by that?
You seem to like this mask very much.
And now I become the Bloody Painter?
I don't think I'll use it anymore, so I'll give it to you. What to do next is up to you.
He gives his mask to you. You look at the mask in your hand and seem to understand the meaning of the teacher's words. You think to yourself that maybe your encounter with him years ago was just for this moment. I won't disappoint you. The legend continues. That was one of the good endings. How many endings are there? I didn't expect it to be that way. Did I get a chance to hold his hands? I don't know. We're gonna click on it.
I prefer.
Your behavior makes him a little panicked, and he doesn't seem to be good at this kind of situation. You notice that his ears are flushed, and this unexpected reaction makes you want to tease him a little bit. You notice that his ears are flushed, and this unexpected reaction makes you want to tease him a little bit. What do you prefer me to do?
I prefer.
After a moment of silence, he slowly speaks.
Let you come with me.
He tries hard to look you in the eyes and speaks his thoughts.
We'll set off early tomorrow morning.
Oh, slight difference.
Follow my footsteps.
Okay, we leaving. The police are trying to get to us. I got shot in the leg. Run. You'll yell at him, so I'm just gonna let him go. But he approaches you. And he holds you in his arms. You feel a warmth on your forehead. He kisses your forehead. You feel time freezes at this moment. The kiss is almost like a goodbye. Then he leaves you and runs forward, disappearing into the heavy snow. You're later taken back to the police for questioning. You say throughout the process that you were a victim. On that note, you're not lying. You don't reveal any unnecessary details, since there is no relevant evidence to prove that you are an accomplice. The police can only release you after a long period of interrogation. After that, oh, it's a nice room. 2 years pass. Now you live in a cheap little apartment. You live an ordinary life, You live an ordinary life as if what happened 2 years ago never happened. Today is Halloween, and every household nearby has put some thought into making decorations. But for you, it's just another day at work. When you return to your apartment after getting off work in the evening, the strange thing is that as soon as you open the door, you feel a gust of wind. You remember that you closed the window before going out. And just when you're about to close the window, you find a gift left by someone on the table next to the window sill. A red rose. You don't know why, but you have a feeling that BP has been here. Every Halloween after that, you receive a rose at your residence. It's like a once-a-year greeting. Although he says nothing, the rose seems to tell everything. Although you have certain similarities, you are two people from different worlds, after all. Perhaps living your own life this way is the best outcome for both of you. Now I'm gonna say, stay. I want to stay and live a normal life. You think that this crazy journey should not go on anymore.
Okay, I understand.
Don't kill me. Suddenly his face slowly moves closer to you. Just when he's about to touch you, he takes a piece of cloth and covers your mouth. But I can't. It's like so close to the end. I would keep messing up. He takes a piece of cloth and covers your mouth and nose hard. After struggling hard for 2 to 3 minutes, your consciousness gradually becomes blurred. When you open your eyes, you're back in the basement again. You are tied to a chair, and you can't move your body. You're tied to your chair and you can't move your body. You try to break free, but fail. The rope is tied very firmly. You hear someone's footsteps getting closer to the door. The door opens. He walks in slowly, holding something behind his back. He moves closer and closer to you until he's at your ear. You can hear his breathing and your own heartbeats. You close your eyes out of fear. You can feel that he's scratching your skin softly with the back of a knife, and the cold metal stimulates your nerves. His palm is holding the back of your neck through his glove, as if he is studying your face and thinking about where to cut it. Fear boils inside you. Tears falling. Fear boils inside of you, tears filling your eyes unconsciously. Suddenly, he fiercely holds up the back of your neck, forcing you to look him in the eyes. He slowly speaks with a soft tone in your ear.
If you stay here, you might reveal my information to the police. The risk of keeping you alive is too high.
I just knew it. If I wanted to say he was gonna kill me, but I had to go with him either way.
But even if I say I want you to come with me, a normal person like you will leave me one day, eventually. I quite like you. And if it's you, I would like to turn you into a work and put you somewhere.
I'm going to be a doll.
Every day. It's you who made me realize that I might be more selfish than I thought. Don't worry.
Yes, I'm gonna worry.
I'll saw your head off as material for artwork.
No.
And visit you every day.
No, please don't.
Thank you for spending these few days with me. I felt quite at ease. We'll have more time to spend together in the future.
And I'm dead. The red flower flows from the neck. Now you can either feel or think. Everything becomes dark. Nah, why you gonna do this? Your body and skull are separated. He finds a new place after he takes your head and leaves the cabin. He carefully makes your head into a specimen, and your eyes are replaced with glass beads. You're made into a beautiful but also creepy doll, and he visits you often. You become his favorite work. You are with him forever in the form of art. That's one of the good ends. I'm dead. But like the last one with the rose, probably the best situation out. Even then there's this option right here. He and I are the same. You wake up from a nightmare and you are lying on a comfortable bed. You look around and find yourself in a cozy looking room with specimens hanging on the walls.
Are you alright?
The man asked as he opened the door. I'm alright. 2 years after that night 2 years ago, even after you were shot in the leg, the two of you continued to run forward in the snow. Fortunately, the wind and snow were strong enough to cover up your tracks or whereabouts, so you were not caught up. After that, you came to another remote mountainous area and rented another cabin to settle here.
I heard someone talk very frequently in her sleep.
What'd I say? I was just having a nightmare. He sits on the edge of the bed and strokes your cheek, his forehead touching you. He sits on the edge of the bed and strokes your cheek, his forehead touching yours gently.
Don't worry, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing more dangerous than me here.
You alright. I'm like, you are the most dangerous thing. He is right. If you're just an ordinary person, you should be worried about the murderer living under the same roof as you, rather than a nightmare. But you are not an ordinary person. You're as cold-blooded and emotionless as him. You two are equally evil, but this makes you both a fine sense of belonging in the other. Living with others made him feel uncomfortable at first, but living with others made him feel uncomfortable at first, but living with a crazy person like him doesn't make him feel uncomfortable. But you can always quickly know what the other person is thinking. And you also know clearly where the other person's boundary is. You live under the same roof, but you don't interfere with each other. He continues to commit crimes, and you sometimes participate on a whim. You have each other by the short hairs, and you know if you expose each other's crimes to the public, then you'll be finished too. So you more or less cover each other. You have a strange symbiotic relationship where you sometimes dislike each other and sometimes deceive each other. But you also have absolute trust in each other. Two madmen keeping each other company. Okay, that was the last of the good endings. Well, that was it for Bloody Painter. That was interesting. All the other bad endings is gonna wind up with me dead, so I'm not gonna worry about those, but nah, it wasn't too bad. Pretty quick.